Okay, you're going to have to rework this particular section because you have to tell us what you mean by validity. I think, and I'm just trying to think, the lack of training probably should go there, not in reliability, although it's kind of related to both. But if you don't have training, I think that's actually your first point. There's a lack of training. So there are a number issues. I would just say there are several potential issues with the validity of grades when using, I guess it's when using traditional assessment. Um, the first issue is one of training, and uh, well, I guess maybe you would have a statement here. I'm just thinking here, validity. Uh, in I would say, and specifically, what you mean by validity, when you talk about validity, you're talking about do the grades actually reflect learning? Okay, and you need to specify that so everybody's on the same board because they get confused with reliability and validity. So do these grades actually reflect learning? And then you'd say, well, there's a lack of training, so that not may not be the case. The second thing is that some faculty give grades for formative assessments, which are meant to give feedback on learning and therefore result in a grade assigned for learning that this a topic that a student hasn't finished learning. Okay, so that's your sort of second point. Um, and then you could yeah, I can say depending on the third point is normative reference and grades in which the criteria for an assessment may change depending on the cohort assessed. Okay, you have to then talk about this. In normative grading, uh, students are compared to each other and given grades accordingly. If there's a specific set of different, so talk about whether there's a required set of A's, B's, and C's, and therefore these aren't valid measures of learning. They're created on norms and a bell curve. Okay, so that would be your third point. And then to complicate the matter, many faculty assign grades for actions that reflect student behavior. That's a good one. So that's the fourth one. Um, Now, when you talk about most students want consistent and transparent grading practices, so if evaluations are inconsistent between, okay, so now you're moving into reliability, and so you can't really use this, um, that point, okay? So that would actually go up in the reliability, okay? Um, So you need more of a concluding statement there, I think, one that represents validity. This is a tricky paragraph. What you need to do is talk about the points, and you could say there are at least four potential issues. First, second, third. Okay, the first would be the training above. Okay, that's my feedback for that one.